This is Black Views, bringing you the Black News. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for visiting my channel. This is Black Views, and today we're going to talk about Governor Santos and some of the disgusting remarks that he made towards Jordan Neely and the murder that this black man had to experience. Just imagine someone has you in a chokehold and basically you can't move, you can't get out. Someone's holding your arms. Someone's I mean congestive could have been heart failure, congestive. We don't know, but it said he died by strangulation. So I mean, if it was a killer and two helpers, that's a lynching. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Governor Santos' little tweet here that he made. Look at this disgusting piece of garbage of a governor. We must defeat the Soros funded DAs. This is a game to them. Okay? They want to make everything political. Everything is about politics. So some people do the math and they say, well, hey, there's 300 something million Americans and only this many black people. So I'll just say something stupid that's going to hopefully get the masses to vote for me. So this is your shit starter. This is the guy that doesn't have a problem with us living in the Stone Ages and there being slavery and there being black people that will be slaughtered, hung every day back on. He wouldn't have a problem with this because this is what he said. I'm sorry. Stop the left's pro-criminal agenda. See how it's a left, a right thing. It's not about humanity. It's not about a murder. He's politicized a murder. A governor now. How despicable, how low. The governor has to stoop down so low as to say this about a common thug. Because that's what Daniel Penny is. He's a piece of garbage. As a former Marine once myself, this guy is nothing to be celebrated. I can look right at him and tell him it's nothing. He's nothing to be celebrated. And to say he's decorated, yeah, let's see him. Yeah, he got. I know he didn't get a good cookie, so he got a self-defense medal. But that remains to be seen. We don't know. And take back the streets for law-abiding citizens. Take back the streets for law-abiding citizens. That's your job, Mr. Santos. Your job is to take back the streets and provide the proper measures to protect the citizens. We stand with good Samaritans like Daniel Penny. This guy is a good Samaritan. Let's show this Marine. So he just gonna throw in the Marine Corps. Are we? Is he trying? Is he saying this is what Marines produce? Renegades. Wasn't even a renegade act. This isn't even an act that you can say. He stepped in and he helped. There was nobody running. If you look at the video, it looks rather empty on that train, doesn't it? So let's think for 15 minutes. How long of a stop was that for 15 minutes to choke Jordan Neely? How long was a stop from station to station to choke this man? America's got his back. So that black people too? Because this is what today's politician sees. All he sees is what's going to benefit him and his people. And his people obviously look and see. What this disgust. So they show Daniel Penny sit on the back of some type of naval vessel. He stands there in his camos. This is bull, man. So let's go on to our next scene. Also wanted to bring up, look how much as of today, this is how much has been raised for white supremacists who kills black people on the subway train, who's backed by the governor, who the DA won't even bring real murder charges and will say manslaughter. To me, manslaughter is I'm responsible for a death that happened. Okay? If I could be negligent in something or something I did, but I didn't mean to and I killed this guy. That's manslaughter. Like, I mean, that's not an honorable thing. Campaign created by Riser, Kenneth, and PC. Now, I want you to pay close attention here. I will read this bottom part right here. Daniel Penny is a 24-year-old college student and decorated Marine veteran facing criminal investigation stemming from his protecting individuals. This is what the law firm saying. Protecting individuals on a New York City subway train from an assailant. An assailant. That means he's assaulting someone. So from an assailant who later died. Who just later died. Funds are being raised to pay for Mr. Penny's legal fees, incurring from criminal charges filed, and any future civil lawsuits that may arise, as well as expenses related to his defense. All contributions are greatly appreciated. Now, I want you to look at this last little sentence or last part of um, the paragraph. Any proceeds collected which exceed those necessary to cover Mr. Penny's legal defense will be donated to a mental health advocacy program in New York City. So it's basically a smack in the face. So the money's being raised to defend the murderer, white supremacist murderer, who's backed by a shitty governor. And then they have a nerve to say, we're going to take the proceeds or whatever's done or whatever's finished and give it to a mental health defense. I mean, if they were a mental health, so who has a mental health issue? Think about it. Neely Jordan or Daniel Penny. So you go, okay. So now you're admitting that Jordan Neely has a mental health issue, right? Because you're donating the proceeds to mental health advocacy programs in New York City. So it sounds like you're actually saying that you believe Daniel Penny, or either that or you're being very disrespectful. But you want to give it to the mental health advocacy program. So if Daniel Penny had a mental health issue, you're basically saying that you know he has a mental health issue and that Daniel Penny, I'm sorry, Daniel Penny strangled Neely Jordan because the people were in danger. Doesn't make a lot of sense. It really doesn't. But this goes to show you what white supremacy does. Especially when they're losing, they create a false uh, imagination that they're winning, and it's just as stupid as I read this to you, just as retarded as I read this to you. They're going to say, no, Daniel Penny was a threat. Not Daniel. Yeah, he is a threat. He's a murderer. He receives millions for killing a black person. What is the message that the governor is sending? That basically any black person that is seen in a dispute, an argument, someone complaining about their change not being correct, someone complaining about their order not being correct, can be choked out. That's the message that you're sending. And all those little, just little weirdos out here that are just looking for an opportunity to be a murderer. You have given him that. That's exactly what you have given him. Are you going to? I mean, basically, this is the governor, so he protects this type of action. He's going to protect these actions based on what he tweeted, right? This, I mean, this is what he tweeted. This is the governor of Florida, who by the way, is in Florida. It has nothing to do with New York. So this goes to show you that this is true white supremacy. He didn't stay in Florida and be concerned about what's in Florida. He put a message out about something that happened in New York, and he's in Florida. I guess to say, yeah, we support this here too, because then he says, let's show this Marine America's got his back. So okay, I'm an ex-Marine. Does that allow me to go out in the public in something that I don't like or something that I seem or I think is dangerous? It's okay for me to go and kill and destroy and maim and pillage and burn? No. You see, this whole thing with bringing the Marine Corps in is just to, yeah, this is just to get the white supremacists up and ready and rowdy and everybody, yeah. This is how they want to fight back. Remember, Republicans and Democrats are the same people. One is starting the fire and the other one is fanning the fire. They're the same people. They're like the people that were on the train. Okay, one is choking. One set is choking, and the other set is assisting. And that's basically what Republican and Democrat is. I just think it's just, man, it's just horrible, bro. I mean, and then the governor. I mean, we in 2023 last time I checked. I mean, this governor sounds like someone from the 60s or the 50s, or probably even the 40s. Or so. I mean, I don't even, and then we don't even hear about a governor that's even on record. No, that's not correct. I take that back. So let's just move on to the next section. So this is a response from a citizen concerning what Governor Santos says. So putting someone in a chokehold for 15 minutes is legal in Florida, and I won't be charged when they die afterwards. Because I lived in Florida and there's a few people that yelled at me. So when I come back, I can just choke them out and use this tweet as my get out of jail free. See what I'm saying? And then, and basically this is a guy that's just I mean, he's right with what he's saying. Is that what you're saying, Governor? And once again, like I said, there are no other governors, no other politician, no other mayors. There's no one. There's no one from the Black Caucus. There's no one. There's Clyburn is speaking. No one is saying anything. Like no politician is speaking about this right now. Like this is actually allowed to happen. I mean, am I tripping? I mean, is this just on like nobody saying anything? Nobody saying, damn, Governor Santos. I mean, me personally, this is a governor that needs to step down. Listen to what he's saying. He has citizens that are black. There are black people in Florida. What is he creating? But that's white supremacy. And this is how white supremacy's rear its ugly head. And then not only that, you have, immigrants that are coming into this country that mistreat blacks from where they're from. So what type of people you think we getting? Then the Democrats usher them in and they vote right for Republican because Governor Santos. And they're going to vote for all his ridiculous policies because they don't know the history. They're just thankful to be here, you know, and that's pretty much it. And look at this guy. Like that was some type of real thing. Here you are, a trained Marine. even at the lowest level, a Marine at the lowest level has gone to Marine Corps boot camp and is a trained killer. At the lowest level, and when you speak of Marine Corps, out of all the branches, that I mean the Marine Corps is on top as far as assaults. You know, when it comes to being a warrior, you have different missions between the branches. But when it comes from like the bare minimum training coming out of boot camp, other branches have to go to additional schooling, had to have additional schooling to match that training of an entry level Marine. That's how intense the boot camps were. Yeah, I know when I went through, when my father went through, when his father went through. So when we look at this and we see, here it is, a full metal jacket Marine just sitting on his back. And then you have two additional people. Just imagine. Just close your eyes and just imagine you being choked. And then you have another set of people that are holding your arms. Can you imagine that? You can't even move your neck. You can't move your neck. You can't breathe, and you can't even like tap him. Hey, all right, okay, I'm good, man. All right, all right. He can't even say, he can't even signal to the man that, hey, I'm I'm choking. I'm dying. He can't speak. Look at I mean, look at Jordan Neely's face. Look at his eyes. His eyes basically saying, "I'm gone." And look, you got one guy up on the top holding him, another guy holding his arms, and he's choking her. And the train's not even crowded. Like I don't even know. I don't know if this was done during rush hour. I don't know when it was done. But I just have to say, we're coming to a time, man. I'm telling you, these are all signals that are being put out there. Already, the governor already stamped. He already stamped that this is good to go. This is a good action from a good Samaritan. This is what a good Samaritan does. So all the young crazy people who may not who brains may not be fully formed, they think this is what it's at right here. MMA all day. Yeah, let me get on this. But I mean, just look at that hole, man. I just think it's sad. What is the message that's being sent out? Look at the message. The message basically is saying death to you niggas, man. This is disrespect on all levels. You have a governor is just a disrespectful dude on all levels, man. First he want to ban black books and black history. He wants to ban. I mean this right here, man. It's right before your eyes, and you have to ask yourself, what are we gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? What is your contribution to waking up our people and making them aware? And no, I'm not saying, I ain't talking about no breaking no laws, no violence. I'm talking about just controlling our actions to do the right things, to put ourselves in ourselves, be responsible to ourselves, of ourselves. That's why reparations is needed. That's why reparations is needed. This is why reparations is not only is it old, but it's due. It's long overdue. It's time. It's time. It's time. Reparations is long overdue, and it's no more proof to be given. I mean, it's really. I mean, you have a lifetime of information about every underbelly, yellow belly, white supremacist that played every scam scheme to get all your money still from us. And now, in modern times today, 2023, we have lynchings. Ahmaud Arbery. I mean, we have lynchings. We got people who, young man decapitated. Nobody's the ones to even investigate it. And then you get on Twitter, you got all these white supremacists that got something to say, like ah, ah, ah. They all use the same talking point. It's not even you're talking to a hole in the wall. A lot of people get all flustered by these. Don't be flustered, and because guess what? It's already proven that they are white supremacists, and they know they white supremacists. Now it's just up to us to defeat them, and how we defeat them is our actions. But let's get this reparations, Joe. You see what they're doing in California. Now you got politicians stepping back, saying they're not in favor of reparation. What's his name? Clyburn, not in favor. You know why they're saying these things? Because we're getting close to it. We're getting close. It's nothing they can do about it. You see what I'm saying? White supremacy right now, he don't know what to do. You see what I'm saying? And every day they reveal themselves. We know who they are. And just remember, a lot of you that didn't get that promotion, sometimes it's because you have what you call a buffer in the middle. There's a buffer in the middle that's meant to keep you out of that job. This meant to say, oh yeah, he's a minority, but he's some coon ass minority. He could be from India, he could be from Asia, he can be wherever. And they decide they want to say people of color. These are people that teeter top between people of non-color and people of color. They go back and forth, back and forth. But that's only to play a legal game with you, black man, foundational black American. So this is where I'm going to land my plane today. Overall, I just want to say, like I always say, be careful out there. Be careful who you arguing with. Be careful. Make sure you look with your eyes. Don't just assume this person is a safe person. Make sure you look at them hands. You looking in the surroundings. You looking to see what the setup is, because the setup could be next. It'll be an old man, just like when you look at the Ahmaud Arbery situation. It'll be an old man and a young man, and you arguing with them. Next thing you know, one of them gonna pull that thing. Boom. And you know what they're gonna say. And the bigger you are, the bigger the prize, man. I'm telling you. White supremacy is alive in America. So this is Black Views, bringing you the black news. I want to thank you. Also hit the Cash App below. Also like. Also subscribe. Have a good day. I appreciate you.